Alright, so let's have a talk. One, I'm totally like redoing everything. See, I didn't make promises, I didn't write agreements, I didn't fill out any paper. Or it's the people who wrote on the paper, that's nice to know, but they're, they'll be gone in less than a few years anyway. So, uh, the funny part about all this is I ain't even from this stinking little planet. And that's the funny part. Where I'm from, laws are totally different and a lot nicer and friendlier. But if you haven't figured out and you looked up and you saw a big fireball in the sky, that's more than likely where some of you might be heading. Most of you heading to the grave or the cemetery. As far as everything being done right now was signed before I came here, as far as my own protection. As far as the courts down here and the cops, they were also told by the FBI, CIA, and Interpol, and British intelligence, and KGB, hands off, as well as accusations and all that, and got to read and sign a piece of paper saying that they wouldn't do a damn thing if I went out and pulled someone in a van and handcuffed them to question them and took them somewhere. So now we know how much the words of so-called courts, and you totally missed the point on courts, but anyway, I mean, idiots without a high school diploma, that would probably, in the sense of how things are here, which is the same over there as it is here, that's probably where you're screwing up, but I don't think we have to worry about that much longer, especially with the Hells Angels, I mean, or the filthy few that they claim that they were with. And if you ever read the piece of paper that you had to sign, you would know one thing. That it says anything you write on this piece of paper, that your signature and your writing is just as good as if you said it in public, as well as any and all thoughts that you might have at the current moment. So if you haven't figured that out, and you say, well, how do I get legality through Neptune? Well, I can say simply that when I first came here and set up a lot of this stuff on my own and whatnot, which most of us here before a lot of these other people, um, actually I should say all these people, because I was the only one here, which is really, really nice. I mean, I should have just loaded the torpedoes and just shot the crap out of every space craft that ever entered into this universe. But in the sense of their idea of justice, you might as well go just have the kid that stuck your head in the toilet in high school keep doing it until you're dead. I mean, you guys are worthless. I mean, it's not hard to sit there and read a book and come back before you take them to the police station on someone's complaint and actually have some liable evidence on that, in the sense of not the word liable, but you actually got them. There's no question about it. I went through my current staged court case with my aggravated assault, and I popped one hole after another in it that the cop did not do the research at the police station. He did not separate the kids. He gave the kids time to actually talk amongst themselves while waiting downstairs in, what was it, C cafeteria, and etc., allowing them to actually build a case against someone. Now, the other person that was seen in that cafeteria was not Coons, was not Officer Coons and whatnot. But the person seen in the cafeteria questioning people, that'd be a good case. I mean, they don't use judges to get justice. They don't use the court of common pleas to get justice. They don't use the justice of the peace to get justice. In this would be a totally different situation. It'd be something written down, meaning if that person actually did do this, and you had everything done perfectly, then it would have came back from Europe saying you could proceed. Or if someone in Canada You read over your case from Europe, who was legally allowed to say you could proceed, then you could proceed. But no, I think that Revolver Smith, Judge Smith, or is it Judge Charles Smith, which are related to the kid I just pointed out, or to the guy that actually wanted a voided out piece of paper, saying that he wanted a piece of paper saying he was a judge. Anyway.